Welcome back everyone to part 3 of a 4-part replay between Infi and Fav here on Plunder Isle. Gonna go ahead and unpause the game right now. As this game continues, we have the keep now going to fall down, so the main keep does fall. Unfortunately, an abomination goes down, and the Death Knight is now trying to harass the main or the expansion right here. So the Death Knight doing damage, trying to take down these units, and those peasants who were trying to run away. No additional wood over here, so it's going to be Infi's going to have a hard time gathering wood, as he's pretty much deforested and strip mined, or just gathered all the wood he can from this location. The main base, there's no peasants and the main base of Infi, so wood is going to be a definite issue right now. The Black Citadel now being taken down as well, and we do have the gold mine being taken down, or pretty much out, finished being mining, and the gold mine has been unsummoned. So, well, Black Citadel in play. Yes, we do have acolytes now out and about. We do have an abomination taking a lot of damage. Should probably get the frost armor on that abomination in order to protect it and give it additional health right now. I'm not quite sure why he's not doing that. And the guard towers are still trying to focus down that one abomination. Now trying to take down that guard tower. We do have 2 guard towers in the back, and now we have a scroll of town portal coming in. A quick death coil on the abomination as we teleport back out, and we have slow being casted. So slow being casted. Spell breakers now trying to do some additional damage on the lich. A quick holy light and stormbolt on the Death Knight. Death Knight trying to run away and trying to do some damage on that low hit point paladin, but the paladin uses a potion of or Divine Shield, and we have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, level 5 on the Lich right now, trying to get a Death Coil off on the Lich, but the Lich is the Death Knight does not have any additional mana right now, so it's going to be forced to run away. Wow, those catapults just doing a lot of damage, and just damage over time. Spellbreakers taking a lot of disease damage, and we have a Haunting of a Gold Mine over here to the north. Abomination now trying to come in as well, fighting on the hill. Going to be a very, very hard time right now. Both the Death Knight and the Lich very low on hit points, unable to join that army. But these catapult or these meat wagons just doing so much damage right now, and with that meat wagon in the mix is just doing a lot of damage right now. Additional bash coming in slow on that abomination, and those meat wagons are now trying to get out of there. We do have some statues over here hiding as well. I do not think we have the destroyer upgrade at this point, so not quite sure what this game's going to turn into. We do have the Spellbreaker trying to make sure that there is no expansion up and running, but unbeknownst to him, the Fav is currently getting an expansion over here at what I would call the far expansion for Infi. So Mountain King and the Paladin are out. We do have the FOV Fav and the Lich with the Death Knight now sitting at level 4 and level 5 with 2 statues in the mix as well, regenerating those hit points and that all critical mana. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this really plays out right now. Not quite sure who's going to win this game. There's still so much game to be played, and there is an expansion up and running over here only at 4 acolytes. Does not have a 5th acolyte yet. Is he training one? No, he's not training an acolyte at this time, and no destroyer research either, so not quite sure what he's trying to go for. And level 3 on the Paladin, level 4 on the Mountain King should not get to level 5. Maybe we'll get to level 5 after clearing this Troll Berserkers. Didn't see them, they blended in with the green a little bit too much, but those Troll Berserkers falling will give the Mountain King level 5 and level 3 Stormbolt. So level 3 Stormbolt is going to be very, very difficult to counter. And we do have the Death Knight and the Lich now trying to move back out once more and trying to regenerate more hit points and more mana on that Lich right now. Obsidian statue is relatively low on hit points as well, and now the Haunted Gold Mine now getting some love right now. We do have some peasants over here, and these peasants will most likely begin to harvest some gold. Both players are below, currently have no upkeep, and a single acolyte trying to haunt this gold mine to the south right now and get some additional gold here. Let's see, but Infi still does not know about the expansion to the top left hand corner. And there is a sentry ward in from Fav, so Fav does know that Infi is going to be coming in from the north with the level 3 Stormbolt, and does have a Mana Stone as well. So that's going to be doing a lot of damage. Ghouls now coming in, Destroyers in the mix. So the Destroyer upgrade has been researched. 1 Destroyer in the mix, trying to do some additional damage, and with nice Death Coil and Frost Nova, so taking some damage. Those meat wagons taking some damage as well. Quick Devour Magic, but not going to matter. Now he's taking down some of those casters, those low hit point casters. So 2 casters go down right now, but we do have 1 leftover meat wagon, and a rod of necromancy was dropped and perhaps picked up. It was a full rod of necromancy, so the 4 charges of rod of necromancy on that Mountain King now. So bad transfer coming in, and Fob must just be kicking himself right there. We do have acolytes now generating or getting some additional, just only 4 acolytes up in the top left-hand corner, and we have an acolyte over here to the south as well. So acolytes trying to get some additional gold right here. Death Knight sitting at level 4. We do have 1 destroyer in the mix, and there's not that many anti-air units coming in from the Infi's human army, so not quite sure how he's going to really counter that. Nice Stormbolt. Ooh, Death Coil easily taking down some units right now, and units are falling as they're getting slowed down. So this is a really bad creepjack coming in. Perhaps that destroyer. Ooh, nice Stormbolt on the Death Knight. Death Knight's gonna be forced to run back a little bit more, trying to wait for that potion or that divine shield to fade off. Destroyer now trying to head up to the north and trying to do some additional damage right now. Gold mine is still being mined over here. The hall was rebuilt, so getting some additional gold as well. Nice Death Coil and getting level 5 on the Death Knight. So level 5 Death Knight and level 5 Lich. So we may even see Death and Decay in this. I don't remember the last time I even saw Death and Decay. Maybe Warcraft 2? Not quite sure. We do have a meat wagon now trying to come in, trying to do some additional damage on that blacksmith. Peasant now trying to come in, trying to do some damage as well. I'm pretty sure the meat wagon will win that fight. Destroyers now being moved around. Obsidian statue is in play. 2 obsidian statues to replace the ones that have now become air units, and those statues are now going to do some more harassment over here on the army of Infi. Should be able to take down those units or just deal some damage relatively easily right now. Both of those destroyers do not have mana, so not much that they can really do damage-wise. Potion or divine invulnerability being used. Excuse me, and a gloves of haste being picked up by the Mountain King. We do not have a castle yet, and in fact we do not even have a keep at this point. So there is no keep, no chance of getting additional scrolls of town portal except for at the regular goblin merchant shop, and no orbs of fire that those Mountain Kings and that paladin really needs right now. Now we do have 5 acolytes mining in the top left hand corner, and 5 acolytes who were mining on the bottom right hand corner as well. Now unsummoning that gold mine, another death coil on that paladin. Paladin being slowed, going to be forced to try to run back right there. Additional destroyers now trying to come in, so that paladin's very low on hit points and may fall. Oh, uses a divine invulnerability at the last second, 53, and now trying to chase down that Death Knight. Death Knight at 600 hit points right there. Trying to just chase down that paladin. The paladin's divine shield is still in place, so unable to frost nova that paladin before the divine shield does recover. Destroyers now just traveling around the map, not quite sure where they want to go as well. Those destroyers do not want to take on that creep camp without anything else. Looking at the map, we do have a boneyard in play, so a boneyard being produced as well by FOV, and we have another expansion to the bottom right hand corner. So Infi not getting enough of the expansion, not playing the economic game well enough, and as the longer the game goes now, the more I'm going to say that the game is going to favor FOV. The Mountain King or Infi has to know that there's an expansion to the top left by now. There has been there's no way that he could be replenishing his army. I guess he's just assuming that the expansion is over here at the natural expansion. So Mountain King is invisible now, trying to run around, is fully healed back up, and we have Riflemen in the mix. So Riflemen being used to counter those destroyers. The keep is now being upgraded as well, trying to get an additional keep in play. Ooh, Rifleman pops out, shoots the meat wagon, and it falls apart. So bang, you're dead. We have destroyers now coming back out. Destroyers, not quite sure what they're going to be doing. No one has taken this natural expansion, this more well-protected expansion. And we have a Shade over here as well. Shade wants to make sure that he can perform a creepjack. Mountain King coming out, doing some damage as well, going to take down that single ghoul, trying to chase him down. Should be able to chase him down and perhaps get off that bolt on that last ghoul. Gets a bolt off on that ghoul instead, and now uses a Staff of Teleportation to head back to the main army right here. This natural expansion is gone right now, so not quite sure what is going to be happening here. The army of Infi now should be going to the top left-hand corner, and we'll find this expansion. Stay tuned for part 4 and the conclusion of this replay between Infi and Fob here on Plunder Isle.